Did y'all hear Trump is paying $7K to turn an immigrant in? Maria, you gotta go, Maria. Trump looking for you.
Oh, no way.
No, I mean, no. See?
Tell them to bring me my money.
It's an evil world we live in.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy, city boy.
Bro, this ain't true. This can't be true, man. That's the craziest shit I heard. Trump paying 7 racks to turn in illegal immigrants? No, man. Yo, that's the craziest. Bruh, 2020, I thought 2024 was insane, you guys. I thought 2024 was insane. Straight up. Thought 2024 was insane, but 2025 is just insane. It's already starting off crazy. Let's get into this today. I'm checking this out from the Poor Man's Podcast. Make sure to check out his channel. He drops fire. He's almost at 1 million subscribers too. So like really tap in with your boy. But I wanted to check this out. It said liberals are losing their minds after Trump officially became president. But I was just like, is that really true? Because I was like, you know, I think they would have more of a election night and election time is when they would have more of a response or reaction. But I want to check out some of this video and see what's crackulating.
I'm dying.
Did y'all hear Trump is paying $7K to turn an immigrant in? Maria, you gotta go, Maria. Trump looking for you.
No, I mean, no. See?
Tell them to bring me my money.
It's an evil world we live in.
January 22nd, 2025. DeSoto County DA announces bounty hunter program for undocumented immigrants. The Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program, House Bill 1484, is aimed at addressing and expediting the deportation of undocumented immigrants in line with the Trump administration's immigration policies. I'm telling y'all, these next 4 years are going to be interesting.
We only 2 weeks into this damn thing and I'm ready to give up.
There's no God. God ain't real, okay? If there was a God, there'd be a lightning strike in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, this is very concerning.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
Our new president has declared on day 1 of his presidency.
Yo, what is going on? What is popping, y'all? This is why folks in the rainbow community are getting a bad rap. I feel like they're utilizing this type of person and other type of people to represent that whole community. And it really doesn't. And that's, I think, the biggest problem. It's just wild. Like this, I don't even know what is about to be said. I don't know what this is. But the world is in a unique place, you guys. Anyways, the one thing I will say about Trump, though, not good or bad. I'm sitting and watching how everything plays out. I think Trump was a better candidate than Kamala, but his energy is crazy. Like, can we all keep it real that Trump gets shit done? Like, I think about Biden's energy and then Trump just up late night at a ball, then up, signing executive orders, then up doing news conferences. Like, if someone was going to get the job done, even the way Kamala campaigned, Trump just got different energy, bro. Like, he's a go-getter. He's going to get the job done. Whether I don't know how it's all going to play out because there's some weird stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff just in politics in general. Some suspect people. There's some good people where you're like, oh, I kind of like that pick. And then there's people where you're like, bro, what are we doing, man? What the hell is going on here? But I digress. This is crazy to have a bounty hunter program for immigrants. Now, where I stand with the whole immigration thing, this is kind of whack because I know some people are more compassionate than my take on it. But this problem is happening because the last administration let too many people in. We wouldn't be having the problems we're having in America if we would have just stayed the course, in my opinion. We do need to get every single criminal, at any level from immigration out of the country. That just makes our country safer. It just does. That's just what it does. It makes it better. And then, look, man, the biggest problem, so people get mad at Americans right now. Like, how could so many Americans vote for Trump? How could so many Americans want immigration to be like this? I'm going to tell you guys why. Because Americans have been treated unfairly by our government. Americans, have to pay explicable amount for health care, while immigrants get it for free, while other folks get it for free. We're sending all our money overseas to certain things that a lot of people don't want to be involved in. And the American people are struggling at a level that they haven't struggled before. So there's animosity now towards people getting what they would think is theirs. That's just the common consensus. Even I dealt with that. But let's watch a little bit more of this. But yeah, we dealt with that. We got kicked off of Medicaid 2 months before my daughter's birth, which was a very complicated situation. I didn't realize how the healthcare program, you're supposed to sign up by January or you're kind of SOL. However, since we were dealing with a pregnancy, we were able to get another form of healthcare. But I was just like, I was kind of awestruck because this is the moment where they brought in all the Venezuelans to Denver and hooked them all up with free healthcare. But American citizens are getting kicked off 2 months before they're having I just don't have no compassion for it, man. The government has made people feel this way because we're treated unfairly in the healthcare system. Our healthcare system, like 40% or 47% of Americans go bankrupt because of healthcare. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah. People ain't playing that shit. So for all the people who aren't from America who tap in, you gotta. This is just what's going on in America.
See that our country will no longer recognize any gender aside from male or female. As a non-binary person who lives in the United States of America, I'm a New Yorker. I live in New York. I'm not going anywhere. I love this city. All right. Okay. So if I'm no longer a human, legally speaking, of course, I might as well have fun. I might as well have fun. If I'm no longer legally a human, what does that make me? Something else? Something scary? Do I scare you? Okay. I might as well be the monster you've made me. But nah, I can't. I'm not a monster. I'm actually full of love. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air. And one thing I do know for sure, one thing I am certain about.
See, these people take it too far, man. This is the problem. Cats want to dress up, put on makeup, and act like this is like they're a freaking infant. I'm Spider-Man. I'm He-Man. I'm Wonder Woman. Like, what are we doing? Is that really that controversial to say, hey, there's a male gender and a female gender? Everything else, there's these ideas people have. They can have those ideas. That's fine. They can identify as whatever they want. But, on paper, when you're going to the hospital, when you got to go to a bathroom, when you're signing up for sports, you're either male or female. Is that really that controversial? That's why I'm frustrated with society that we've gone this far. That's why I'll push back on all this stuff. And people be like, yo, P, why are you treating this, that, and the other? And it's because that you give someone an inch, they take a mile. And that's where we're at. They took a mile. Let's just keep it real, man. I got daughters. I'm raising daughters. I don't want dudes in their locker room or in their bathroom, period. I'm here to protect my girls, period. If y'all can't rock with that, then you can't rock with me, man. At the end of the day, I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't tripping on nobody. I'm one of the people who show the most love. But there has to be a line drawn in the sand. I think when you become a parent, you start to realize that because the parameters you got to build to raise good humans, right, takes courses of action. You have to teach them there are consequences for their actions, regardless of how I feel, right? You hate to see your kids cry, but sometimes you got to teach them the consequences early. So this is just wild. Like, look at the screen, y'all. This is a circus, man. A circus. No one's saying you ain't human, homie. No one's saying that. We cool. You the one who can't just be like, anyway.
Is that fun and interesting, weird, crazy looking makeup brings me a lot of joy. I love doing this. I love doing this.
That's fine.
And I know that it brings a lot of other queer people a lot of joy. So how am I spending my day this inauguration day? I am going to go commiserate with my fellow queer people at my favorite lesbian bar ready for the circus.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
I hear this type of stuff a lot, but the issue is they're basing their argument off of the false premise that people don't want them to exist just because people don't want to be forced to go along with their gender delusion. Like, you can still choose to identify as a bird and then jump off of a balcony to try to fly if you want to. I just don't have to cheer you along. It's like they hold you emotionally hostage. They go, if you don't go along with my delusions, then you must hate me as a person. It's like, whoa.
Is Trump right?
That's basically what I just said, man. It's crazy.
There's only two genders, and should we just categorically acknowledge that here, do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's just basic science in my head. I know some people disagree very strongly, but there's a man and a woman. It's as simple as that. Everything else is mental illness.
As simple as that.
Everything else is mental illness.
Trans people have existed for as long as human history.
I'm sure they think they have. Do you know how much we spend on education in this country a year?
I have no idea, actually.
Like hundreds of billions. And yet your kid will come out of school and being like, oh, I don't know how many.
I don't understand why a Republican government that is supposed to keep its nose out of people's, a small government to keep out of people's bedrooms, now thinks it's going to be so small and nimble that it's going to go inside people's brains.
Okay, so the problem was,
do you know why?
the previous government had made all these genders available, which was creating this massive bureaucracy.
Why can't you just let people get on with their lives?
Let me explain to you.
You don't have to agree with it.
Let me explain to you why this is an important stance. Because of this transgender ideology nonsense, you have enabled a space where biological men, regardless of their intentions, have been able to legally and personally come into the spaces of women that we have fought for decades to protect ourselves from. I'm sorry if you think that you're a man, woman, tree, fox, or pizza. You do not get the right to enter a space that is not correspondent with your biological.
Got my gender changed. Hold up.
She went the F off. That I don't have to say nothing else. She said it perfectly for your boy. Yeah. That's that real again, there's no problem with these people, man. Like, bro, I'm American to the core. I'm a mixed boy. Man, I'm in the rap industry. I see everything, y'all. I have mad friends in all categories. But let's just keep it real, man. Like, I can't advocate for something that will start the beginning of, like, you know, what they said, male being in female spaces, like locker rooms, sports, you know. Yeah, I got daughters to protect, man. So y'all could take that how you want it, man.
On my driver's license in the free fucking state of Florida. My God, Ron DeSantis would be screaming right now.
Enter a space that is not correspondent with your biological.
Got my gender changed on my driver's license in the free fucking state of Florida. My God, Ron DeSantis would be screaming right now if he knew about this. This little license now.
Bro, you're going to take a L if you go to the hospital. Like, if you have a serious chronic condition and you go in there as a chick and then they see that D and they got to start, hey, revive. Hey, man, what are you, yo? I need to know this because of the difference. This physiological, biological difference makes a difference in this surgery we were about to do to save your life. Anyways, what do I know, man? I'm just a C student, man.
Says female on it. It doesn't. Oh.
I can't show you because then you would know way too much about me, but it says female. This was
I
the
already
last
know way too much about you.
step in changing all of my documents. This was not easy. You're not even supposed to be able to do this in this state. Here's the loophole. Listen up. If you're replacing your driver's license, not renewing it, but replacing it because you lost it, they have to take all of your information from what they consider a primary document. A passport is considered a primary document, and you can self-identify on your passport, which means, loophole, you can self-identify on your Florida fucking driver's license. So my passport says female, and I showed it to them, and they made a bunch of copies, and they had a whole fucking team meeting in the back. I shit you not, there were 8 people that were like looking at it, looking at me, looking back, and I swear, I was like, I just felt like I was gonna cry. It's so humiliating sometimes to be in a hostile state. Like, if you live in a hostile state, you know what I'm talking about.
This will hurt you more than it hurts anyone else. Like, there might be a situation where you need to be identified as what you are, and it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. That's how nature works, man. Everyone thinks they could beat God or nature, and then they try and they F around and find out. That's just the way it works, man. I've F'd around and found out. That's why, man, I speak from lived experience, so it is what it is.
I don't know how possible it is to do this in every other red state. I don't know the loopholes everywhere else as well as I know them here. Then on the way out of the DMV, a guy rolled down the window of his Ford F-250 and yelled, "Nice dick," at me. So, you know, good things don't last forever. But that license...
See, that's hating. Like, I don't agree with that, man. I don't care how delusional these people may seem or are. I don't hurl insults at people. Like, it's a waste of time. Unless we're having a good roast or having some shit, or I might behind the scenes say something stupid to my homie. I ain't gonna be like, this ain't a war against people who have, you know, different ideas or thoughts or creations than I do. I don't care. Be you. Be you. I'm a mad, imaginary, creative person. Be you. But I'm just saying, like, these constructs are built for society to thrive in certain aspects. And we can't just break them because a few people want to be in La La Land. It don't make sense.
Since it's gonna last 10 years, I am wishing all trans people a positive and easy get your documents in order December. And Ron DeSantis, you can suck my trans.
Transgender activist brags about exploiting loophole to
Bro. Y'all heard that? Oh, my Lord.
change gender on Florida license. State sends letter thanking him for exposing the error before reverting the change.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Look, I'm all for a legal loophole, but if you find a legal loophole, maybe don't shout it out publicly while insulting the governor of the state. It's like when rappers talk about crimes. Like, if you're going to commit crimes with no statute of limitations, then maybe not rap about it while also screaming F the police.
When is it gonna go through your head? You're never gonna be fucking shit. You're a fucking loser. Stop spending so much fucking time on your fucking computer and make some fucking money.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say,
yo, chicks do be motivating fellas. I can't believe she dropped the F-bomb so much on him. I wonder if that was real or staged.
say this as nicely as I physically can, and then I'm gonna move on because I don't know how else to say this, but I don't want to live in your world of mental illness anymore. And I don't really think the average Canadian, North American, whoever wants to live in that world either. There's nothing wrong with thinking that secure borders are a good idea. There's nothing wrong with liking Pierre Poilievre. There's nothing wrong with being critical of gender theory. There's nothing wrong or evil about suggesting maybe we don't hand out free drugs to addicts. There's nothing wrong with these common sense opinions and ideas. They don't make you a Nazi white supremacist. They just make you a normal person. And the only reason why anybody hides those opinions is because they're scared of being referred to as a bad, evil person by the mentally ill. I don't want to live in that world. And I know a lot of people don't want to either. We can disagree. Like, if someone says something dumb, I'm going to say something nice and shuffle on because I don't have time for that. And I don't think anyone else does either.
And in all honesty, the people who genuinely believe this stuff, I can respect because they just saying what they believe. Now, I don't follow their logic and I think that they're wrong, but I can at least respect it because they believe that what they're saying is true, just like I do. But for the people who just bend the knee because they want a virtue signal or they're afraid to be shamed, grow some balls. And I'm not saying you gotta be full-blown storm the Capitol MAGA, because I'm certainly not. But if you're willing to ignore objective reality because you're afraid of being shamed, grow up.
Up until 2000.
Facts. I'm going to cut it there so y'all can check the original video on the Poor Man's Podcast. I mean, look at all the content we got just from that. Like, I'm going to keep it real, man. Support the Poor Man's Podcast. Subscribe if you enjoyed this conversation because I was watching his cuts and edits. He took these from TikTok. He laid it out. He made it funny. My hat's off to homie because he makes this kind of fun for me because, like, every now and then I'll go find clips and stuff like that. But then I'm like, I'll find some of the same clips as him, but he'll edit them together so good. I'm like, man, what am I doing with my life? So I'll have to step it up at some point. But I really enjoyed this one. It's a good conversation piece. And it's all going on right now in real time, 2025. That's just what it is, y'all. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, I'd like to hear it because I know there's a lot of mixed reviews on this type of subject matter, especially on the YouTubes. Let me know where your head's at. It's a good conversation piece, and it's very relevant right now. Anyways, holla.
City boy, city boy.